Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut and this is Stellaris 3.0 Nemesis and See, the problem is I can't say it because of the whole YouTube algorithm thing is going to pick it up as a swear word, so it's the DICK update named after Philip K. Damn it, it's pronounced the same. Alright, never mind. You know what? Sure, whatever. It's this update, and welcome to my Let's Play of it. So, we're going to create a new race, we're going to become the Crisis, that's the idea of the whole playthrough, and we're going to see what's up with this rather aptly named update. Okay, so here we are in the race creation thingamajig, and this is going to be episode 0, so it's going to be fairly short. Episode 1's going to come out probably right after this one, or around the same time. And this is just going to be the sort of setup video, so don't expect any gameplay from it. Right, now then. There are a couple of things that I have sort of set in stone, and I have picked the portrait and the name off camera, but what I really want to do for now, and I'll sort of work this out with you as I go along, but for now I really wanted to play as a hive mind devouring swarm. This to me is sort of the most direct way to becoming the Crisis, and also it's going to let us play around with some of the new, well, not all, but some of the new features as well. We're going to test out the new AI, see how it does, and so on and so forth. So, with that said, let's get into creating the rest of the race. So this is the appearance that I've picked, and the race name is the Silent One, or the Silent Ones, or the species name. Now, the more I look into this, the more it seems like an emo sort of thing, but there's a cool little twist to it, I swear. I'm going to pick the Hivemind 2 name list. This game needs more name lists. I mean, okay, they've added the SPQR name list, which, you know, thank you for that. Thank you very much. I feel like it's a sort of nod to me. I'm kidding, of course. But, you know, that's very nice, but this game needs more name lists, and mods, they tend to get out of date, and it's kind of confusing to use mods for name lists, and, you know, they're not all that great. Some of them, they have, like, they'll have a bunch of leader names, but, like, 3 planet names, and you're like, oh, come on. You know, it's, anyways. Does not matter. We're probably going to name planets like World 001, World 002, and stuff like that. It's just be completely devoid of anything unique when it comes to planets and stuff. That is kind of what I'm going with for the entire theme. Now, the Silent Ones don't exactly have any lore or any sort of background to them. Mostly because I just came up with it on the spot. The idea, of course, is that they want to silence the universe. At least that's sort of the thing in my head. And, although that's the idea in my head, and I just want to basically paint the map with them, effectively. Which is what you do with a devouring swarm anyway, so, yeah, there you go. Let's pick some traits and actually make them interesting. So, I don't think I want any of these. I mean, they're horribly useful, all of them, but I'm not sure I want any of these. Habitability, I kind of want non-adaptive to some extent. Rapid breeders doesn't seem like... These look like, to me, in my head, these are like a very, you know, negative kind of race. As in this negative, you know, non-adaptive, slow breeding, and then to compensate that, we're going to need to put something like massively powerful. I suppose we could go for like industrious and ingenious, and then we have 2 points left for one more pick, and we can put like docile isn't that important. Charismatic is kind of useless. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about any of these. Smaller options. Docile, intelligent. Oh, I like intelligent. Okay, let's go with intelligent. So, yeah, not that many planets that they're going to be able to settle, but the ones that they do settle, they're going to grow very slowly, but once they get kicking, it's going to be quite nice. Okay, I like this. I like this. It's kind of challenging, but it's sort of it's going to be resource rich too, and hopefully research rich too. It's a challenging start, but yeah, I like it. Okay, next. Homeworld, I think I'm gonna just... I put something extremely emo, which is like, I'm making fun of my own race that I'm creating as I'm doing it, but I'm sort of saving you the trouble from doing it, I suppose. I really kind of... This is kind of a nod to... Jesus, that... I forget which Doctor, but from Doctor Who, the Silence. Kind of like that. They also kind of remind me like the creatures from that episode a little bit, not that much, but like a little bit. Sorry about that. So, I think we should pick an origin first, because that will sort of limit our planet appearance and stuff. And I was thinking post-apocalyptic at first, but that doesn't make too much sense. Necrophage, on the other hand, does that make it so... Does necrophage make it so I can't be a hive mind, a devouring hive mind? No. Can convert pops of other species to the primary species. Only necrophage pops may be leaders or take jobs. Start with 12 pops of a secondary... Ooh. Guaranteed habitable planets are instead primitive civilizations. Can convert them to the primary species. I like this. I like the idea of this. Oh, requirement does not have... So I can't do it? Yeah, I can't do it. Okay. I thought I think it said this, but yeah. So most of these aren't actually available to hive minds. This one has to be lithoid, I know. This one can't have devouring swarm. This one can't have that. This one can't have devouring swarm. Shattered ring. Shattered ring is okay. We can start as a shattered ring. I want to start as a shattered ring. I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, let's start as... I kind of wanted to do necrophage as well, and I thought this would work together because, you know, maybe you couldn't have the secondary pops do anything else other than just sit there and get converted, but like... You know, do it faster or whatever. I still think this could work on some level, but I suppose it doesn't make sense. Why not? Okay, so Shattered Ring start then. Habitability is set to Ring World preferred, making other types of settlement undesirable. That's going to be tough. Ooh, I don't want to do that because that's going to be very, very tough. And the reason this is going to be tough is where are we going to find Ring Worlds? And you can't exactly play tall as a devouring swarm. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing it, but... I haven't played this game in a while, and I don't trust myself to play perfectly to, do it like that. Do I want to start as, like, a post-apocalyptic thing? I mean, maybe I want to do that, too. Now let's go with Remnant. Yeah, let's go with Remnant. Remnant seems a little bit more sort of, how do I put it, like fitting into the whole aesthetic and theme of the race. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with Remnant. And they're gonna be Necroid cities. We're gonna need to name the planet. Now the species names in this the species names in this game Not that awesome, not that, you know, unique, not that many of them. Homeworld and star names just continue to blow me away. You do see some of them repeating, but, like, look at this. Azan's Crucible, Exeter, Grim Shepherd, and there's Alyssa, but, yeah, it's... not all can be 10 out of 10, right? The Great Sleeper. Oh, I really like this. I'm going to keep the Great Sleeper. Azure Chalice. Azure Chalice. No, let's put the... I like the star name to be the Great Sleeper, going with the whole... I'm gonna go with this one. This doesn't matter, by the way. It's a dry climate, it's a relic world, it's all the same, but I think it does change the graphics slightly a bit. Homeworld name. Let's call it the old World 001. No, the homeworld should have a unique name. Let's go with that. By the way, I'm sorry for the extremely clicky keyboard. I've been thinking about getting like a second keyboard. I don't know how absurd this sounds. I'm gonna keep doing I'm gonna keep creating the erase as I talk, because, you know, stuff like this isn't all that important. I was thinking about doing like getting a second keyboard, because this one's extremely clicky, and I think a lot of people are not gonna really enjoy that. So, like, when I play for myself, sure, I'll use it. It's a Razer Black Widow, by the way, a V3. Just excellent keyboard, best keyboard I've ever had in my life, but extremely loud. So I was thinking, like, okay, maybe get a second one just for recording purposes, and like when you're recording, use the sort of silent one. And then when I'm playing for myself or doing whatever, I can use this one, but. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of space to be taken up. Like, where do I put it, even? So, yeah, I don't know. This is a strategy game. There's not going to be a lot of clicking anyway, and if there is a little bit, I don't think it's going to be all that important. But, anyways. When I type, obviously, there's going to be a lot, but, you know, other than that, let's go with this. For some reason, it's saying the silent Onan, even though the name is the silent one. Let's go with this. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's just go with something sort of Halo-like. Here, okay. And then for the logo. Communism, perfect. Space communism, yes. I kind of really like this, except I wanted this to be like a closed circle, but no. I like these, but not that much. I really like these too, but it's a little bit sort of straightforward, but maybe that's exactly what we want. Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what we want. Something extremely straightforward and very telling of what we're going with. Now, Imperial ships. That's very interesting. I've never played with Imperial ships. I've played with all of these, and I've played with Necroid ships, but I've never played with Imperial ships. And to that end, I'm going to get the Imperial ship set for this race, I think. Let's go with Consciousness. Consciousness is male, by the way. This makes no difference. it's a male consciousness. Yeah, you know, that would make sense in some universes, but here it's a hive mind, so, like, you know, no. I like the robes, honestly. I like the battle armor too, but I like the robes for leaders, and like the battle armor's more like a army thing. I do need to change the room though. God, I remember having a mod for this game that added like 100 and something rooms. And don't get me wrong, it's a terrific mod. All of the rooms are extremely high quality. Some of them are just straight up taken from like sci-fi, other sci-fi products and stuff, universes. But good God, to scroll through 100+ rooms, no, just no. I really like this. Okay, I think we have our race. Yeah, pretty sure we have our race. Let's save it. Let's go done, and then let's set up our game, shall we? So, we're not going to be playing Iron Man mode because of various save-related problems and my own paranoia, personally, and especially when I'm recording this for YouTube, like, you know. I don't like to limit myself like that. I'm going to play on a huge galaxy. I'm going to play on a ring galaxy. Have like a huge hole in the middle. Like nine times out of 10, I play on ecliptical, and it's fun in games and all, but like the way the way FTL works in this game doesn't really favor ecliptical all that much. You want like interesting shapes in the galaxy in order to be able to set up some fun things. So yeah, let's do that. And then guaranteed habitable worlds 2, sure wormhole pairs 1, abandoned gateways 1, hyperlane density 1. Let's go with hyperlane density 0.75. Just slightly lower. Difficulty captain, I guess? Ensign, captain. Captain's the one with, like, buffs to the AI. Ensign's the one that's normal difficulty. And then Commodore and Admiral and Grand Admiral are just, like, absurd. Well, I think we're going to go with Captain. Victory off. Mid-game and early game start dates. Let's go 2300, 2350. And then 2450, I guess, for the end game. I suppose. And if this is too long, I'll just skip some years from recordings if it's taking literally too long. The crisis type. Oh, you can pick it now. Contingency, unbiden, or unbiden. Yes, unbiden. Different type of crisis, not in this game. Tell you what, I've faced this crisis probably like every game ever. I think I've only seen the other two once or twice, as in since they were introduced into the game. So I'm definitely gonna pick one of the two. Let's go with these guys. These guys I think I've seen the least. Crisis strength times 3. You can go up to times 25. Okay. Let's go times 4. Times 3? Times 3. I'm gonna chicken out. Let's say times 3. Primitive civilizations. This I like to have a lot of because they're fun. Habitable worlds times 1. Tech and tradition cost times 1. That's okay. Marauder empires. Let's bring that down to 2. Fallen empires 3. Advanced AI starts 4 is enough. 15 AI empires. Keep that as is. Let's go 16 AI empires. Okay, and that's about it. I think we're ready to go. I love this picture. I think this is my favourite picture, or my favourite loading screen in the entire game. No, this is definitely my favourite loading screen in the entire game. This is just... I mean, look at it. It's vaguely Star Wars-ish. with the shape of the ship. Kind of looks like those... Oh, I forgot the name of the ship, but it's like the biggest Star Destroyer in Star Wars. Alright, I think... I don't know if they're officially called Star Destroyers, but you know what I mean. It's that kind of universe. You know exactly what I mean when I say it. Okay, here we go. This is our start. We're going to start on a trinary system. Interesting. It makes the star name a little bit... You know what? We're going to have to rename them. Oh, you can't rename them individually. Oh, that is... Okay. Let's go like that. That's a shame. I was really hoping I could rename the 3 stars, like, individually and make this one, like, brother, sister, and father or whatever, something like that. But you can't do that. That is... Oh, that's a crying shame. Okay. Let's go with energy, population growth, definitely, for rather obvious reasons, and handicaps that we have. I do really like the engineering outfits, too. This is a really cool set of, whatchamacallit, profile pictures and portraits and stuff. I really like that. And let's go with minerals, because we're going to be using a lot of those to upgrade various things. Now, what I'm interested in the most currently is the ship designer, as always, and the appearance of the ships, because I've never seen them. Okay. I'm for it. It's a little bit old-fashioned, a little bit bulky looking. But I'm for it. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's a little bit too bulky, a little bit too round for my taste. It's like, yeah, it just looks like something that came out of the 80s and the 70s in terms of ship design, but okay. I can dig it. Now, I'm not going to do anything actually in the game. I'm not going to build anything that's going to be up for episode 1, but let's take a look at the universe. Yep, that's pretty big, as you would expect. Okay. Cool. I'm liking our position so far. I like the start as well. Sometimes it'll have you start in the middle between like 4 different empires. That's not great. I like being in sort of the edges or the corners of the map, and then, you know, basically makes it so you don't need to worry about one flank, and that can influence your game quite a bit, because, like, this is never getting besieged, ever, and I can just never worry, I don't have to ever worry about anything. Or if I expand, like, you know, that way, I know that this is going to be the front line, and that this over here is never getting attacked, and I can build whatever I want over here, and it can all be resource management, and up here can actually be the combat bit. It helps with fleet deployments, helps with everything, so yeah. I suppose ring galaxies are kind of like that to begin with, but yeah. Anywho, yeah, I think I'm going to leave everything else for the first episode. This has been the setup one, and we're going to start as the Silence, and hopefully silence everyone in the galaxy. Also, partially inspired by the Facebook group, which I'm going to talk to you about for like 30 seconds, maybe a minute and a half or so, and then I'm going to basically end the video. So, some of you might not know this, some of you may know this, because I'm probably going to post this in the Facebook group, but I'm an admin in the largest Facebook Stellaris gaming community ever. Of all time. It is a semi-official kind of group in that we have mods sorry, not mods. We have some of the Stellaris developers there. They do tend to lurk. They don't really interact with people because they're busy bringing you tons of content. But they do lurk around every now and again, and they do listen to what people are saying. They do look at bugs people are reporting, and so on and so forth. So it is official to some capacity. We have a delightful team of mods that you know, sort of enforce the law, and most of the time there's no need for us to really do anything other than administer and manage the group sort of very peripherally, in that we just, you know, approve new members and, you know, all of that good stuff, delete spam and stuff like that. There really hasn't been much in the way of drama there, save for like a couple of political posts every now and again that are just like, you know, deleted and then we move on. But anyways, it's a great group, and partially this entire build has been inspired by some of the jokes and comments and some of the races and builds that I've seen there, and I've sort of mashed them together, and I've come up with this. Specifically, the whole silence reference, other than Doctor Who, was a pacifist joke, because someone said, "Hey, I wish you could become pacifist Crisis in the game and just pacify everyone by killing them and making the whole universe extremely quiet and peaceful." And I'm like, quiet? Huh, yeah, you're onto something. Anyways, it's a terrific group, bunch of lovely people there, and I like to give them a shout out like this. And if you're on Facebook, if you use it, I know it's kind of like out of date for the cool kids nowadays, but you know, there's a lot of people there, and it's not Reddit, but that's the downside. You know, it's for gaming communities, Reddit is, I think, bigger and more influential. On the other hand, the plus side is it's not Reddit, so look, I don't exactly love Reddit, but it does certainly have its upsides, but has its fair share of toxicity as well, which I'm not exactly fond of dealing with. Obviously, that will depend on it all depends on subreddit to subreddit. But anyways, that's enough of dividing and slandering my audience from various different sources. I think I'm just gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna start actually playing in episode 1, which comes out hopefully a few minutes from now. So, anyways, have fun, take care, bye-bye.